Hi guys, and welcome to the first ever episode of Chit Chat. Woo! I'm very excited for this because it's something that is more relaxed, which is what I like, and it means I get the chance to ramble and stuff like that. So, in case you are under any illusions, Chit Chat is just going to be me expressing my opinion on things, I guess, and just generally talking to you. So, I want these to be laid back as possible. Some of them might be with a guest, which might be a bit more structured, but mainly I'm just going to go with the flow. Sometimes I might be eating dinner, like a sort of mukbang, except I will not call it that because ew! And sometimes I'll just be sat on my sofa talking. I figured I'd use this setting because it seems a bit more laid back than the harsh whiteness of talking points. Also, I am featuring my dogs in this video, apparently. Anyway, I figured as it's the first talking point, we should talk about something useful. So we're going to be talking about my sort of coping mechanisms, I guess you could say. Now, thanks, fucking dog. This is Daisy. She's a French bulldog, and she is a little over a year old now. Aren't you? Yeah. Say hi. Daisy, look. Look. Camera. Oh. Is it you? Yeah. So she might be joining me at some point, probably. I also have my other dog on the sofa, but he's a bit dead. Might see if I can show you him. Right there. Dead to the world. Absolutely dead. Yeah, so I'm going to be talking about my coping mechanisms. What I mean by coping mechanisms isn't necessarily breathing techniques or anything like that. It's more sort of things to de-stress, but like casual things to de-stress. So you won't be out in public going it's more just things that you can do in your everyday life to make things a little bit easier. So, one thing that I like to do is I made myself, sorry if you can hear my dog eating her bone, by the way, she's just noisy. I made myself a mental health first aid kit, which is basically a box. I learnt this in a talk that I went to, it was quite interesting. It's a box that you fill with things to make you feel better when you're having a rough day. So like if you come back from school and it was really shit and you just feel drained, you can look in this box and have some stuff to just enjoy yourself a bit more. So some of the things that I have in my box is a book. It's always good to have a book to write down like your stresses and your worries. Some people keep streams of consciousness diaries, which is basically where you literally just get a pen and write down everything that you're thinking. So it doesn't even have to make sense, it's just a way to process feelings, which I think works for some people. I don't do that personally, but I think it does work for some people. In my book I keep a list of my idols and why they're my idols, and it sort of reminds me of like what I'm working toward, I guess, because I don't really know what I want to do with my life, but I know that I want to do something, and looking at my idols just inspires me. I also keep quotes and little cards, they're about that big, that on each one it has something different to help. So one of them has things to do to take my mind off things, like watch a DVD, play a game, take my dog for a walk, just go out for a walk, stuff like that. just to clear your head so you're not focusing on everything at the moment. Another one of the little cards has songs to listen to that will like uplift you or express how you're feeling. Another card has, oh god, what does the other one have? I don't know. It has like quotes and mottos and stuff on it. Just really like stuff that you find inspirational and motivational. Stuff that will get you out of that slump. Sorry, my hair's a bit The other thing I have in my box is a DVD. My DVD is Zootropolis, and it's because it's a DVD that I can watch literally 1,000 times, and it will always make me feel good, and I will never get tired of it. So I would definitely recommend having a DVD in there that you can watch and that will make you feel good. Just like one of them ones where you just watch it and you shed a little tear because the memories. Another thing I have in the box is a little game that I got from Tiger. If you don't know what Tiger is, it's a store that we have in Hereford, and it's probably around other places as well. It's like Swedish or something, but it's really cool. It sells a lot of like weird stuff, and you can get mini little games in it. So the game I got is called Balance, and it's where you have like this dome, sort of like this like flat on the top but curved at the bottom, so it wobbles, and you have to roll the dice and stack coloured bricks on the dome thing. It's really cool. I have that in there just to like occupy your mind. Most of these things are to occupy your mind when you're feeling overwhelmed, or like after you've felt overwhelmed. It's more of a recovery kit, I would say. Other things that people have put in theirs is lavender bags to help you feel more relaxed, or chamomile tea bags. Also works for some people. Some people put pictures of like their favourite destination or like their happy place. They say that if you're gonna choose a happy place, it shouldn't be your bedroom. I don't know why. It just shouldn't. So if you want to get a picture of your happy place and just print it out and put it in your box, that'd be nice to look at. Just imagine yourself there. Something else that you might want to put in is a book to read, like just a random book that you can just pick up and flick through. I would say that if I had a book for that, it would probably be Shane Dawson's It Gets Worse. I really enjoy that book. I can literally pick it up anytime and just flick through it. And I know it's, if you've read it, you know that it's sort of more on the sad side, but it has a positive undertone, because every chapter ends with him saying about like what this taught him, or that he's thankful for this for some reason. It's really nice. I like it. Something else that you might have in your box is any like messages from people that really uplift you. The person who demonstrated at the talk I was at had a little card from one of her friends who said like, I know that you're struggling and I love you and blah 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 blah. And I just think that's really sweet, and if I had one of those I would want to put it in my box. I think we've about run our course on the mental health boxes. I would definitely recommend making one though. It's helped me quite a lot, and it's nice to just have in the corner of my room somewhere and just look at and know that if I need to, I can use it. It's a completely optional thing. I think something else to de-stress is doing artwork or writing or something creative. It doesn't even have to be good. Just sometimes getting a pencil and a piece of paper and just going like that, just gently around the paper, can make you feel better, because it's just a way to like get out all of your emotions, I guess. It's a way to express yourself. Something else that I like doing is poetry. I like writing it, I like reading it, I like doing all of that stuff. I actually have an Instagram account where I just write poetry. I'll link it in the bio because I don't want to like go on about it too much because I don't want this to be just one big sponsored video. But yeah, I do that quite frequently and that really helps me to process things, is to put them into sort of concepts or poems or stuff like that. It's quite cool. Sometimes just listening to music helps people. I know that music can be very therapeutic for some people, and that some people live off like certain bands or certain artists who just inspire them. I know that one of my friends is absolutely obsessed with the band 21 Pilots because they just inspire her and their music talks to her, which is perfectly fine, you know? Everybody has that. Everybody has that. I wouldn't say I have one particular band as such, just music in general is really good. So sometimes it's nice to just lie back on your bed after you've felt quite overwhelmed and just listen to your music quietly or loudly, however you want. I would say quietly is probably better because then you're not getting overwhelmed with sounds in your ears. So just like take a bit of quiet time. I would say probably one of the best things to do if you've felt overwhelmed is to give yourself a bit of a pampering. And by that I mean like going for a bath or going for like a long bath or a long shower and just really like massaging your hair, shampooing it, conditioning it, scrubbing your body, shaving if that's what you want to do. Or if you're in the bath, just have a nice bath bomb, have a little book, watch a movie, light some candles. Just really clean yourself, I would say. Because afterwards you come out of the shower or the bath and you just feel more, you just feel clean. And it's good to feel clean because then once your body is clean, your mind gets a little bit more clean, is what I found anyway. Like, on the days where my worst days are when my body hurts and my mind hurts, because my mind hurting is one thing, but my body giving up on me is just the cherry on top of the cake. So it really helps to just sit back, relax, lean back in your chair and just chill. Something else that I would recommend is taking a nap. Now, this is mainly an if all else fails sort of thing, because, you know, naps aren't the easiest thing to get into, for me at least. I have a bit of trouble with sleeping lately, but I think it's just due to the fact that I've just come back from a holiday from school. So my sleeping patterns haven't been great over the holidays. I'm sure I'll be fine soon, probably. But yeah, I would say definitely just take some time to treat yourself. Have a snack if you want. Like, for me, food is a very big part of my life. I don't know if you can tell, I'm a bit overweight. But for me, food is comforting, and I know that's the case for some people, and that they feel ashamed about that or whatever. I am overweight, and it does bother me sometimes, but mainly I'm not too bothered because I know that I have amazing friends who don't care about that, because why would they? And I just have like really good, yeah, I am friends with a lot of people and they genuinely don't care about your size, and it honestly like shocks me when I think about it, but at the same time I'm very grateful. Of course I am. So food is a real comfort for me, and sometimes when you've been having a bad day you think, you know what would make this day a bit better is if I had that sandwich I've been craving all day, or if I had some beans on toast, just like simple foods that you just feel like I could really use some of that now. Don't be afraid to give in to your urges. Obviously if your urges are bad urges, don't give in to them. But in terms of comfort, it's fine to say, you know what, I'm gonna have that extra donut, or you know what, I'm gonna sit in bed all day and just watch Friends. Like, it's okay. As far as coping mechanisms are concerned, something that I do is make jokes, self-deprecating jokes. I think that's something that a lot of people do, to be honest with you. I don't have that much of a problem with it because I feel like jokes are just a way of, like, making light of a dark situation. Obviously, at this current moment in time whilst filming it, a certain someone has made a certain few jokes about a certain horrific event that has been unacceptable. And obviously the person I'm talking about is Logan Paul with his whole Suicide Forest video. I have not seen the video because obviously he took it down. And honestly, I don't want to see the video because it's disgusting. And I think what he did was disgusting. And I think that in that context, making jokes and laughing is not appropriate. If you see a dead body, your first instinct is not to laugh. It is to be shocked. Like, I have a bad habit of laughing at serious situations, but that is taking it to a whole other level. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that because it's going to get me riled up. But yeah. I can understand why people would want to make jokes about their own problems because it's their way of processing it. It's my way of processing it. And like, if I see something that's like trash or something, I'll be like, oh, me, same. Like, obviously I don't mean that, but it's just a way of like dealing with it. It's a way of making it funny. Because if you can laugh at something, for me it makes it a lot less scary. And so I think I wouldn't be nearly as comfortable talking about things today if I didn't feel like I could make jokes about them. But that's just me. I would say another way to cope with things like self-harm or things like that. One thing that I got told by my counsellor was that some people find it helpful to get some ice and just rub it over their skin because that way it gives you a sensation or a feeling without actually hurting you. Now, obviously, self-harm is the worst thing in the world. I know this. It's a horrible feeling to want to hurt yourself because you think it will make you feel better, which is a really twisted concept. So, any and all advice for that is very helpful. Another thing is that you can draw butterflies where you want to self-harm, and then you'll think of it as killing the butterfly, if you will. Obviously I'm going to I hope I put a trigger warning before I said all of this, because I know that self-harm can be triggering and stuff like that. I will have put a trigger warning and put how long to skip in the video prior to this, hopefully. Yeah, I will. I know I will have, because I'm a good person. Anyway, I think we should get my dog. My last tip involves this little one. Hello. My last tip is to spend as much time with pets and family and friends as you can bear. Now, I'm someone who is very antisocial when it comes to hanging out with people, because if I hang out with people for too long, it will stress me out so much, and that's just not something that I want to have to deal with. But animals is much easier, obviously, because they're not humans. And I really enjoy hanging out with animals. But hanging out with friends and family and animals is good, because it means that you connect with people. And it means that you get to be around people. And I know that some people have social anxiety, or their depression makes them not want to hang out with people, or anything else. They might be paranoid, I don't know. But I do know that people find it hard to hang out with others. So I say do it as much as you can bear, but don't be afraid to say, I've had enough, I'm going to be on my own. Because that's something that I learned the hard way. Is that actually my friends completely understand when I say, oh, I don't want to because I don't feel mentally up to it. I could have just said that to them a long time ago, but I didn't, and I made excuses, and as a result, they pushed me out for a little bit, which I can completely understand. I am a bit, like, obviously, I'm a bit peeved, but I get it. We were growing apart a little bit, and I think we needed some time, and then there was this whole big blow up, but it's fixed now, and we're best friends, which is great. Anyway, enough about my personal friendships. But yeah, I do love my friends, and I do like spending time with them. It's just being around people that's the hard part for me. Because I'm around people every day at school. So on the weekend when my friends want to hang out, I'm very disinclined to hang out with them. Because I've been around people all week. But if I feel like I might be up for it, I'll say yeah. Because it's good to try and push yourself. Obviously, don't push yourself too far. Know your limits. Learn them. You might have mistakes, but that's a way of learning your limits. It's good. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave you on this. When it comes to looking after yourself, just try and just take time out for yourself to do what you enjoy doing. Whether that's writing, drawing, watching TV, having a bath, anything like that. I would say cleanse yourself and then do something that you enjoy. And then maybe text your friends or something. And then call your mother, she's worried sick. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go to cuddle my dog a bit more. But I'll see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Bye guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to start talking. Bye.